Hello, I'm now joined by the lovely Lucinda Fredericks. Hello, welcome to Equestrian World Media. Thanks for taking the time out to chat with us.
No problem.
So you are the proud winner of the BE 100 Section A today, I believe, with a total score of 30, which is brilliant.
Well, the little horse I rode this morning has been quite frustrating all year. He's a 5-year-old. We've had him as a late 4-year-old in this year, belonging to a chap called Mike Todd. And he's beautifully bred and by Proset, but he's just a little bit quirky and been terribly spooky, so we've had to really sort of chase him forward, which has sort of then rebounded on us, and then he's got a little bit casual in the show jumping, and today it just seemed that he slightly grew up.
Oh wow.
And I know it's the last event he's doing, but what a way to go out, because we have had some frustrating moments with some super dressage, you know, good cross countries, and he'll go to the show jumping and be so gawpy around, and he just seems to have got very affected by what's around him and then can't focus
on what's happening.
Absolutely.
But today everything came together nicely, and you had a brilliant win here today.
Yeah, and it was great because the owners got up very early and drove down here. And it's always nice for the owners to see the horses, you know, going well. And he hasn't seen him very much. He's a very busy man, and he actually, you know, is a great owner. And Tammy also, who owns the horse with him. Actually, I think Tammy does the ownership. She is the ownership, but Mike's a great supporter, and he's got another horse with us as well, and they work very well together. They have dressage horses together and stuff, so it sort of is a big package. And it's just nice for them to come and see the horses improve, make mistakes, you know, and see the development. You know,
the only way to learn.
It is, because it's real, you know, and just ringing them up and saying, well, actually this happened. I mean, you can actually go out and win and have a really, really average ride, and you can go out and have a stop or 2 rails down and still be very pleased with the horse, because it's how they progress with, you know, with the young ones. So Prozac was super today. He'll now go on holiday. My working pupils have done very well today. Emily Young Jameson got placed on a horse belonging to Mike Todd again, called Ravello, and she had a last run before going to the 3-day event next week at Alden.
We're going to be there, so
we'll
catch up with them at
well, you need to
point
try to follow.
Yeah,
and then, yeah, no, it's been good. As well as today, I've been actually going backwards and forwards to home, which is about 10 miles away.
You're based in Wiltshire, aren't you? Which is
That's right.
handy.
We're based in Devizes, or just south of Devizes, which is 10 miles north of here. And I know all these back roads very, very well, because I was living in Elston, which is Shrewton, which is literally 3 miles away. Before, so I shot home and put the internet on and watched an hour and a half of Poe. Although I missed Clayton's rounds, at least it gave me the feeling of what he was jumping, and we had friends ring us commentating how he was going around the course and stuff. So he jumped 2 clears in the time, and should be lying pretty well first and 6th probably, so it'll be very exciting tomorrow. Really, really excited. A
very exciting weekend for both of you. And of course, you now ride for Australia because you changed your nationality when you married Clayton.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep. I changed that in 2000. Really, that was the first year I rode. I started to change it. Took a fairly big process. Started the process in '99 and then actually got it in 2002. So it did take a couple of years. It can take an awful lot longer, but I had the support of the Australian Olympic Committee, because if you can prove you're going to be an asset to that country,
which you are,
which of course I will be, totally healthy, you know, no broken bones, nothing. So yeah, and I think it was good to do that. It meant that we both got to Hong Kong, to the Olympics in Beijing, and we would be. I mean, Clayton's probably the strongest Australian for London. I'm, you know, pulling up the rear a little bit at the moment, but I've got Hedley Britannia back. I've sort of looked after her a little bit the last couple of years, because she doesn't like the hard ground, and I won't, I do my utmost not to run her on it, and it's been so dry for us around Salisbury Plain where we do all our riding. Even last year and this year, it never really softened up. So I've made a different plan with her, and I'm going to have her out competing early next year, and have her very fit and get all the fitness done through the wetter months in the winter, and then hopefully get her qualified. She has to qualify for London, and then she'll be there as a possibility. I've got a stunning mare called Prada, who was based in who was placed at Badminton and a lower placing at Burghley, potentially stunning, but she is slightly frustrating in the dressage. She's just so over enthusiastic. But if I can nail that, I'll be very winner. Yes. So that's 2 girls.
And going back to Headley Britannia very quickly, I mean, she's a very special horse. Together you've won Burghley, Badminton and Kentucky, and she is the only mare that has won all 3, so she must be very special to you.
She is, and she is just the most, she does everything from her heart. She's not anything special. She's not a great jumper, she's not a great galloper, she's not a great mover, but she's just got that will, and she is one of the most special horses I think ever.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. And we've got her 2 3-year-olds are in work at the moment. The little colt, Britannia's male, I've given him his first little jump yesterday.
How did he get on?
Yeah, no, he's cool. He's got a great attitude. He's quite cheeky. He's a 3-year-old bay colt. I've got a chestnut filly called Little Britannia, and they are the only foals we think ever born to both parents at the Olympics. So both parents went to Beijing Olympics, and the foals were born within the month before they went. So that's really exciting, and we're syndicating. We're selling shares in those foals. We've sold 50, and we've got another 50 to sell. So if you look on our website, www.teamfredericks.com, you can see all about it. And
that's a great opportunity for our viewers out there. Get logged on.
Get logged on. Or at least go and have a look anyway.
Yeah.
But it's a unique thing for us to do. I've got another a foal this year that's about to be weaned that we might even put up for auction.
Really?
It'll be the first possible foal of Headley Britannia to actually buy. So that's another idea that we've got. Yeah.
So it's all moving along, it's all very exciting, everything's happening with the breeding of the horses, with the eventing, and I believe tomorrow as well something quite exciting is happening with you and your little girl Ellie. You're off somewhere quite special tomorrow, aren't you?
Oh yes, never a dull moment in our lives. Ellie and I are going off to do the Pairs Hunter Trial, 2'3", which I think is quite big for her. She was 8 last week, and we're going off to do the Pairs Hunter Trial at West Wilts at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And for me that's just as exciting as it's weird. You've come here, had a win at a pre-novice, but it actually means, it does mean a lot.
Yeah,
for just for the team at home. The girls at home that work so hard. We've all been frustrated with it. We've got Clayton out in Poe, who's probably going to be leading the 4-star out there, and we'll all be back in the house tomorrow afternoon watching it on the internet. And then I have to say I'm getting hugely excited about going to the Hunter Trial tomorrow with Ellie.
And that's lovely, because that's where it's all beginning for her, and her experience of it all is where it's starting, and you can start to pass on all your years of wisdom and expertise onto her. So I can see why that would be just as exciting.
Yeah, and the main, what I would love to be able to do is, she's 8 now, so when she's in her 12th year, she's actually eligible to ride at an event like this, B100 or B90, and the plan is for her to be riding Headley Britannia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's a lucky little girl. She does ride her. She's not riding her at the moment because Brit's a little bit wild at home, but when Brit's in really hard work, she's actually really good. And Ellie's cantered, and she's only jumped very tiny, but that was a couple of years ago. But Ellie's pretty keen. She's not a real stylish rider. She's very much, to get from A to B as fast and as high as she can.
That works.
Yeah, she needs to learn a bit of style before she gets out there to do the bee eventing.
But she's got a good 4 years behind her.
Yes.
That's great. Well, Lucinda, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to hear your news and all the progression and all the exciting things that are going on with the Fredericks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being with us.
I'm going to go cross country now.
Excellent. Good luck. All the best.
Thank you.